Welcome back, guys. Thanks for coming by and spending some time with me as we get closer and closer to E3. And of course, that's what this video will be about. I definitely want to find out from you guys, what are your most anticipated games and titles that you are anticipating for E3? What do you want to see the most? What do you want to get the most information for? And what have you. And I'll definitely give you some examples of the games that are most anticipated for me. Of course, I'm not going to state the obvious right away. A lot of you guys that are here watching this video, you're used to my, commentaries and what I do as far as, my genre of gaming or what have you. So we'll leave that for last, but just wanted to let everyone know that, it's not just about sports gaming with me. I play a lot of different games, maybe don't show that as much on the channel, which I definitely plan to change going forward. But, definitely just to give you some examples of the games that I want to see. Man, I'm sure I'm going to miss a few, but just what comes to mind right away are games like Uncharted 4. Definitely want to see what they're bringing to the table. Arkham Knight, I want to see that game. Definitely want to see what's going on with that. Battlefront, the Star Wars game, it looks amazing as far as what we've seen, in the trailer. Want to see exactly what's going on there. I want to see games like The Division. The Division would definitely be one that sticks out, a lot in my mind, because that's a game that was shown last year, and they claimed that it wasn't exactly where they wanted it to be. The game has been delayed, so I'm assuming they've done a lot of work to it. So I want to see, number one, what it looks like currently, and number two, when it will be coming out. And just sticking, with the shooters, I want to see the Rainbow Six game, Rainbow Six Siege, I believe it's called. I definitely want to see what that's all about, because Rainbow Six has definitely been one of those games, that I played, over the years, and I thoroughly enjoyed. I thoroughly enjoyed. I want to say it was Rainbow Six Vegas or what have you. That was one of the first games that I really fell in love with, like Cover Fire, and that was the game where you could put your own face in the game, what have you. Love the way that system was set up. So I've always been a fan of the Tom Clancy games. So of course I want to see, and to be honest, I'm not even sure if it's still through Tom Clancy, but you get the idea. I want to see what Rainbow Six is bringing. I also want to see games like, let me think. I know I'm missing something. Excuse my phone there going off. Let me think. What else, man, outside of the obvious? Slips my mind right now, but let's go ahead and talk about the obvious. Of course, the sports titles. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing NBA Live 16. That's on my list as well as one of my top anticipated games. Let me explain to you why. I think NBA Live, actually has something to offer. You play NBA Live 15, you can see that there was some progression from 14. Definitely not, in my opinion, is not a serious competitor as of yet. But you can see elements, and you can see if they were to just focus on a few things, they could be a decent game. I still don't think Live 16 is going to be the game to kill 2K. That's very far-fetched to think that. But I think that Live 16 could be the game that is a respectable competitor. We saw this, the brief trailer. It looks like player movement has, seen an upgrade, and you're hearing how the lead animator is talking, saying that, you're going to see some of the best in class as far as animation. You saw, on the website for EA Sports, as far as the NBA Live section, they're talking about something in regards to live motion, physics-based motion. Interesting. Physics-based player movement. That's very interesting. That's something I would love to see in the football world. But we'll see. I definitely want to see what they have to bring to the table, being that the last few years, to my understanding, I know last year, Live wasn't shown on the floor. So that speaks volumes right there. Now, speaking of that, of course, the biggest, most anticipated game, guys, I'm not going to hold the suspense much longer. Joe Montana 16. That's got to be the #1 biggest or most anticipated game for me, because it's another football game. Of course, some of you guys are saying, wait a minute, what about Madden? Now, you guys should already know. I already know everything there is to know about Madden. I'm more excited as far as Madden to be able to share information with you guys, give my thoughts and opinions and things like that, and hear what you guys have to say. But more importantly, Joe Montana is the game that I am highly anticipating. I hope I'm able to get footage. I hope I'm able to do an interview. I hope I'm able to speak to someone and get a lot of information, because I want to ask some questions, you know, very respectful. You know, that's how I'm going to carry it with anybody I speak to, any genre. You know, I'm kind of new as far as the interview scene, but I definitely want to do that. But I want to ask a few questions about Joe Montana, you know, find out what their plans are as far as long term, you know, why they chose to not show anything until E3, you know, general questions like that. And then, of course, find out more about what the game is all about. So I'm looking forward to that. And that leads me to my next point. I'm also looking forward to Microsoft, you know, their conference. I want to see what they're bringing to the table. Definitely want to see that, because I hear it's going to be one of the biggest reveals, or, you know, biggest conferences of all time for Microsoft. So I can't wait to see what they have to offer. Unfortunately, you know, the way the timing is going, I'm not going to be there in time to make that conference. I actually had the ability to go, but I'm not going to make that conference because I'm going to get there like in between the time of when it's already started and, you know, going into EA's conference. So of course I will be at EA's conference, but I won't be able to get to Microsoft. So, you know, I have to see that after the fact, you know, much like most of you guys would. But yeah, man, I'm just excited. Like I said, those are some of my most anticipated games. Again, I know I'm missing some, like, you know, games like Metal Gear Solid, you know, if I'm even saying that correctly as far as the title. But there's a lot of games like that, man, like the new Gears title, you know, Halo 5, a lot of these games that I'm interested in seeing. And just to give you guys my plans, I plan to get as much footage as possible. And really, I want to focus on interviews. Now, speaking of that, real quick before I wrap this video up, a lot of these games and genres, I'm not a pro. You know, I'm not the biggest, you know, Call of Duty player or what have you. Maybe that's a game that you want to get information on. So I want you guys to tell me in the comments, number one, what are you mostly anticipating? Number two, if you would like me to interview, you know, these developers, if I have a chance, provide me the questions, you know, and I'll give you more contact information. You know, if you let me know that you want to do that, I will give you a direct email where you can send me these questions, and I will ask your questions specifically. You know, I will even tell whoever I'm interviewing, hey, you know, I'm not the biggest, you know, gamer as far as this game or this genre or what have you, but I have some people who would like to ask these questions, and I will read your questions, even give you credit for them and all. And last but not least, you know, for you guys know who you are, that has donated to the cause, you know, anything you want, I will be attacking to get anything you want, you know, because I can't thank you guys enough for what you've done to help donate to the cause. Definitely appreciate that. And you already know, you know, outside of everything else that I plan to do as far as those who donated, but more importantly, when I'm there, I'm working for you. And I'm working for all of you guys who are viewing. But I have to be honest, those guys definitely will get, you know, priority as far as if there's something specifically you want me to focus on. Hey, I'm there for you, but I'm there for all of you, basically. So leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Let me know again, man, what are the games that you are mostly anticipating, as well as if you would like me to do interviews on some of these games, please let me know that. And, you know, we'll work it out and, you know, exchange email or what have you, and let you know how you can get me those questions. And, you know, Need for Speed also, that just popped up in my mind. Can't wait to see games like that as well, man. Looks like that might be interesting, the path that they're going. But that's about it, guys. I didn't want to keep you this long, but, you know, once you get and start talking, you just start rambling. But sorry about going on too long, but definitely, guys, leave your comments, leave your thoughts. And hey, what the heck? Hit the like button. All right, guys, until next time, let me know what you think. Once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. And if you want to interact with me live, come on by Sim Standard Radio every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, along with Smitty and Azure Effect. If you want to give us a call, you can reach us at 914-338-0794. Of course, for more content, go ahead and click the link above. All right? Until next time, lights out.